Pacific Expeditions is presented by Maui Jim Sunglasses, Polarized Plus 2, the essence of color. We're back off the coast of Molokai, Hawaii, looking for giant trevally and endangered monk seals.
You're gonna get worn out on this trip, Seth.
Sorry, you'll just troll it around. Bring it on. Just put it out there and troll it.
Bring it on. When I first came in, I thought I saw him over here, and then now I just thought I saw him on the inside of that rock right over that way. Let me know.
Captain Tom has turned into an enthusiastic seal spotter, while below, Seth is starting to think trevally might be as rare as the monk seal. If only he knew what was going on below the surface. Dr. Charles has his camera ready to document a seal sighting because sneaking up and marking a sleeping seal on this rock would be way too dangerous. Captain Tom says it's time to move on. No woo here. Once around the corner, Seth switches from casting to trolling lures as the team heads west down the coast, past incredible valleys and high tumbling waterfalls into pools that stream to the ocean. Many perfect hiding spots for Waldo, the missing monk seal.
Well, as far as spotting seals goes, the gyro-stabilized binoculars help a bunch, but also being familiar with body shapes and colors and the variety of colors, whether they're green or gray. So when I'm looking at the beach in the mornings, I'm looking higher up. I'm looking for the tracks where they've gone up to spend the night. And during the midday, I'm looking for tracks, them coming back down and looking along the water's edge. And certainly any movement of a gray rock is a big hint that might be something that we're looking for.
Working our way west, in the distance, Kalapapa Peninsula begins to take shape on the horizon. This is where Wu was born and where we'll anchor.
Although Molokai is inhabited and people do traffic up and down here quite a bit, from what the scientists say, this is the first time that they've ever actually documented this coastline for logical spots where monk seals fall out. So they use the documentation, put it in the database, so when they go looking, they know exactly where to look.
Usually when we work on those seals, we have to camp 4 or 5 miles away and then hike down the coastline trying to find animals. So it's a pretty difficult task. So cruising by on the Maui Jim made things a lot easier. We could see the animals quite easily on the beach, and then it was a quick, hopefully, boat ride in, and got to the animals and got the work done a whole lot quicker.
Eventually we approach Kalapapa with no sign of Waldo to show for our efforts so far. Spinner dolphins appear as if on cue once we get our mooring set. Every marine mammal sighting is of interest to the scientists, and they immediately set about the task of gathering data. Maui Jim does not carry a dinghy, so we brought along a small one that we can get on and off the boat. In our typical fashion, this plan evolves as we go along. Charles and Cheryl jump in the dinghy to document dolphins while Seth readies his casting gear. We'll be right back with more of our expedition around Molokai. Next up, an exploratory fishing trip you won't want to miss.
Ow! I got a bite!
Log on to ActiveHawaii.com because Hawaii is not just a vacation, it's a lifestyle. And KonaTournaments.com, your online headquarters for the Maui Jim Marlin Tournament Series. Pacific Expeditions is presented by Maui Jim Sunglasses, Polarized Plus 2, the essence of color. We're back off the coast of Molokai. Looking for fish to catch is now taking center stage over mammal research, at least for a while. Seth and I can't miss a chance to go and look for the trevally that are supposed to be thick here.
We're off the coast of Kalapapa, Hawaii, the famous home of Father Damien, trying to catch a lure or anything. We braved it out here in 20-foot swell, 40 knots of breeze, to try and catch a jackfish. And so far, we got jack.
We're starting to run out of time. The scientists back on Maui Jim are ready for their turn in the dinghy.
We have no idea where we are or what we're doing. That's a perfect cast. Pretty mess there.
Ow! I got a bite! Slammed it! You slammed it!
What happened? Slammed it with hooking?
Yeah.
You
missed it. He hammered it. We'll never make American sportsmen this way.
The pressure's on. Seth hustles to get his bait back in and back out as the school is passing by quickly.
I can't believe he came all this way for you to catch planet Earth. He has got Hawaii on, ladies and gentlemen. We've come all this way. We have braved everything, lost our radio control. We may never make it home. Ah! Hand me the redhead. It'd be really bad if the engine comes out while we're on the upside of this CERN. No radio, no engine on the rocks. On the rocks again. Just can't wait to get on the rocks again. This is a good spot though, Jody. I can get one more cast here and we're done. Good try though.
Back in the lee of the peninsula, the research team prepares to go into heavenly Kalapapa Beach.
So as we traced back the likely places where Wu might be, we ended up back at his home colony, which is the Kalapapa Peninsula. So historically, Kalapapa was very isolated, housing the patients with Hansen's disease. And as it's gone through time, it's become more protected, but for different reasons. It's become a place of historical importance and a national park. And all of those protections that are allotted there for the many species also protect monk seals. So the strict restrictions for people's access to there is benefiting the seals by allowing them pretty much undisturbed habitat to have their pups. And I think that's really why the pups or the monk seals are focusing on there for having their pups. Going back to Kalapapa is always very exciting to me. I haven't been there for a year. It is very important to the seals, so it's good to get down there and actually see firsthand what's going on with mother pup pairs, and obviously finding Waldo, or Wu, was a really big issue for us. So to get down there and be reassured by them that he had actually been seen was quite critical for our program.
It is the end of day one of our expedition, and as the sun sets over a mom-pup pair of seals, we have to wonder if the sun is setting on the survival of the endangered Hawaiian monk seal. We'll be right back. Log on to ActiveHawaii.com because Hawaii is not just a vacation, it's a lifestyle. And KonaTournaments.com, your online headquarters for the Maui Jim Marlin Tournament Series.